The plane descended through a pewter sky, the clouds so dense and low it felt as if we were being swallowed by the very atmosphere itself. The world outside the window was a blur of gray and white, the horizon lost in a seamless wash of snow and cloud. As the wheels touched down, a shudder ran through the fuselage, a reminder that we had arrived somewhere at the edge of the world, a place where the sky presses down and the land stretches out, silent and unyielding. Below, Norilsk revealed itself, a city whispered about with a shiver, often called the most depressing on earth. Its reputation precedes it, a place spoken of in hushed tones, as if the mere mention could conjure its chill. From above, the city looked like a patchwork of concrete and snow, a testament to human endurance in a place few would willingly choose to call home. The cold hit me like a wall as I stepped off the plane, the air sharp with the scent of industry and ancient earth. My breath crystallized instantly, swirling around me in tiny clouds. The wind carried a metallic tang, a reminder of the mines and factories that have shaped this city's destiny for generations. Figures bundled in heavy coats moved quickly, their faces hidden, breath clouding in the frigid air. Each person seemed to carry their own invisible burden, heads down, eyes fixed on the path ahead, as if the cold demanded constant motion. The city's rhythm was dictated by survival, every step purposeful, every gesture economical. The airport was a functional outpost, a brief shelter from the relentless cold. Its walls, plain and unadorned, offered no comfort beyond the promise of warmth. Inside, travelers huddled together, sharing a silent camaraderie born of shared hardship and the knowledge that outside the Arctic waited, indifferent and immense. Driving into the city, snow-dusted pylons and looming industrial structures dominated the landscape, everything built to withstand nature's extremes. The factories belched steam and smoke into the sky, their silhouettes stark against the endless white. Power lines crisscrossed the horizon, lifelines in a place where the elements are always close to overwhelming. The city center felt otherworldly. Soviet-era blocks, their faded colors battered by the climate, stood in rigid rows. The architecture was utilitarian, designed for function over form, yet there was a strange beauty in its resilience. Each building bore the scars of countless winters, paint peeling, concrete cracked but still standing, still sheltering life. Yet, in the windows, warm yellow light glowed, small beacons of life against the frozen expanse. These lights hinted at stories unfolding behind closed doors, at laughter and warmth defying the cold. In the heart of winter, even the smallest glow becomes a symbol of hope, a reminder that life persists. Each light hinted at families, meals, and stories shared. I imagined the rituals of daily life. Children returning from school, parents preparing dinner, friends gathering to share news and comfort. In a place so often defined by its harshness, these moments of connection felt all the more precious. Here I hoped to find Norilsk's true heart, resilient, alive, and far more complex than its reputation. Beneath the surface I sensed a quiet strength, a determination to carve out meaning and joy in a landscape that offers little comfort. The city's people, shaped by adversity, seemed to possess a unique kind of courage. The city's starkness was undeniable, but so was its quiet defiance. Every snow-cleared path, every flicker of light, every act of kindness was a small rebellion against the cold and the darkness. Norilsk was not just a place of survival, but of persistence, of finding beauty in the bleakest of settings. I wondered what it meant to call this place home. What stories did the people carry? What dreams survived the long winters? I felt both an outsider and a witness, eager to understand the rhythms of life in a city so often misunderstood. And so, under that heavy sky, my search for Norilsk's story began. With each step, I hoped to peel back the layers of myth and reputation, to discover the humanity that endures beneath the weight of snow and sky. Norilsk's foundations are built on frozen earth and a history of suffering. Born as a gulag labor camp in the 1930s, thousands perished building the city in brutal cold. The polar night lasts 2 months, plunging the city into darkness and testing the spirit. Buildings stand on deep concrete piles floating above permafrost that's now threatened by climate change. Norilsk's wealth, nickel, copper, palladium, comes at a cost. Pollution scars the land and air. The industry sustains the city but also poisons it. Here, survival is a daily negotiation with history, nature, and industry. Norilsk's streets echo Soviet ambition. Grand facades, faded colors, and concrete blocks. Residential buildings cluster in courtyards, sheltering life from Arctic winds. Playgrounds and hardy trees offer rare glimpses of community. The city is self-contained, unreachable by road, isolated by geography and climate. Even cemeteries are outside the city, the permafrost too hard for graves. Norilsk is a concrete island in a frozen sea, shaped by its past and its isolation. Every building tells a story of endurance. In Norilsk, days begin in darkness. Life runs on the clock, not the sun. Here, the polar night stretches for weeks, and the city's pulse beats steadily beneath a sky that rarely brightens. The people of Norilsk have learned to measure time not by sunlight, but by the routines that shape their days and nights. Getting dressed for the cold is a ritual, layers upon layers before braving the streets. Each morning, families gather in hallways, bundling up in thick coats, scarves, and fur-lined hats. The ritual is almost meditative, a moment of quiet preparation before facing the biting wind and swirling snow outside. Buses become warm cocoons, forging silent bonds among passengers. Inside, the windows fog with breath and frost, and strangers share a sense of camaraderie, united by the daily challenge of the cold. The city's public transport is more than a means to an end. It's a lifeline, connecting neighborhoods and lives. Inside, homes are heated by the city's industrial heart, kitchens filled with the aroma of hearty meals. Families gather around tables, sharing stories and laughter as the world outside remains frozen. The warmth of home is a sanctuary, a place where the harshness of winter is kept at bay by tradition and togetherness. The city's rhythm follows the shifts at Norilsk Nickel, the lifeblood and curse of the community. The plant's smokestacks rise above the snow, a constant reminder of the industry that sustains Norilsk. Workers move in and out in steady waves, their routines dictating the tempo of daily life. Children learn early about the dangers of cold, playing in indoor spaces or sheltered courtyards. Their laughter echoes in gymnasiums and playrooms, where they invent games to pass the long winter hours. Even in the harshest months, childhood finds a way to flourish. Schools connect to apartments by covered walkways, minimizing exposure. These enclosed passages are lifelines, allowing children and adults alike to move safely between buildings, shielded from the worst of the elements. Despite hardship, children find joy in snowball fights and New Year's celebrations, a festival of hope in the long winter. The city comes alive with color and laughter, as families gather to mark the passing of another year, their spirits undimmed by the cold. Life here is a balance of routine, resilience, and small joys. Neighbors greet each other with knowing smiles, sharing brief moments of warmth in the frozen streets. Every day is a testament to the strength and adaptability of Norilsk's people. The city endures, one day at a time. In Norilsk, survival is an art, and every sunrise, no matter how faint, is a quiet victory over the darkness. In a small, smoky pub tucked away from the biting wind, I met Yuri, a miner whose weathered face seemed to bear the entire city's story. His eyes, sharp and thoughtful, reflected both hardship and resilience, and his hands, rough from years underground, gripped his glass with a quiet strength. There was a gravity to him, a sense that he had seen and endured more than most. "You work, you go home, you stay warm, you learn to be strong," he said, tapping his temple as if to remind himself. "Up here you have to be tough, not just in your body but in your mind. The cold gets into your bones and the darkness can get into your thoughts if you let it." Yuri described the camaraderie underground, the trust among miners, and the honest danger of the work. "Down there you depend on each other. One mistake and it could be the end. But we look out for one another. It's not just a job, it's a brotherhood. We share everything. The risks, the jokes, even the silence." At home, Yuri's world is different. "My son studies to be an engineer. I want him to have choices I never had," he told me, pride and hope mingling in his voice. He keeps a photo of his son on the table, a reminder of what he's working for. Maybe he'll build something new, something better. Maybe he won't have to breathe this air. Pollution is a daily reality here. Thick, acrid air that settles over the city like a heavy blanket. "Some days it's hard to breathe, but without the factory there's no city," Yuri said, his words heavy with resignation. "The smoke is both a curse and a lifeline, a reminder of the price everyone pays to survive. This dependence breeds both resentment and pride, a daily compromise for everyone." People grumble about the pollution, but they also know it keeps the lights on and the heat running. It's a complicated relationship, one that shapes every aspect of life here. "Outsiders see only bleakness," Yuri said, "but miss the mutual help, the beauty of the tundra in summer, the pride in survival." They don't see how we help each other, how the tundra blooms with wildflowers when the snow melts. They don't see the small joys, the laughter, the stubborn hope that keeps us going. If your car breaks down, someone will stop, always. In this harsh climate, kindness is not optional, it's a necessity. People know that survival depends on looking out for one another, and even strangers become allies when the temperature drops. Norilsk is a hard home, but it's ours. The city stands defiant against the cold and the darkness, a testament to the people who refuse to give up. The skyline may be gray, but there is a quiet determination in every brick and every window lit against the night. In Yuri's words, I heard not despair but fierce pride. He spoke of his work, his family, and his city with a conviction that was impossible to ignore. We make do, we endure, and we don't let the world forget us. The city's hardships forge a unique bond. People here are connected by more than just geography. They share a sense of purpose, a collective memory of struggle and survival. Here, survival is a collective effort. Neighbors shovel snow together, share food, and celebrate small victories. In the face of adversity, community becomes everything. And hope, though quiet, endures. In the laughter of children playing in the snow, in the warmth of a shared meal, and in the dreams of a miner for his son, hope persists, soft but unbreakable, lighting the way through the long northern night. In a top-floor studio, Anya's canvases burst with color, a rebellion against Norilsk's gray. The darkness makes you appreciate the light, she said, transforming industrial landscapes into vibrant art. Her portraits capture resilience, not weariness. Color is essential, like a vitamin. I want people to see beauty here. Supplies are scarce, but the internet connects her to the world. Anya dreams of a city gallery, a sanctuary of color for all. A small creative community thrives, musicians, poets, artists, all honest and supportive. You can't be sentimental here, your work must be true. In her apartment, creativity pulses as powerfully as the city's industry. Art, for Anya, is survival. And hope. In Norilsk, community is survival. Shared hardship forges deep bonds. Helping a stranger is a rule, not a choice. Public spaces like Arena Norilsk become warm refuges, bustling with life while the streets freeze outside. Festivals, like the Day of the Miner and the Return of the Sun, unite the city in celebration and hope. Everyday kindness is everywhere. Warm greetings in shops, quiet courtesy on buses. The city's reputation for bleakness misses its true strength, human warmth. Norilsk is not a city of strangers, but of survivors. Here, people find light in each other. Community is Norilsk's most precious resource. In the coldest places, warmth is made, not found. Resilience defines Norilsk, a quiet, profound strength. It's seen in mothers, miners, and artists all adapting to relentless cold and darkness. Complaints are rare. Humor and resourcefulness are survival tools. People find joy in small things, a meal, a movie, a brief summer bloom. Environmental challenges are met with debate and action. Change is slow, but hope persists. Norilsk is not a city that gives up. Its people fight for a better future, forging hope from adversity. Here, spirit is stronger than the cold. As my plane lifted from Norilsk, the city below looked like a distant outpost. But I knew each glowing window held stories of love, struggle, and dreams. Norilsk is more than headlines, it's a testament to human resilience. Empathy begins when we look beyond stereotypes and listen. The comforts we take for granted are rare luxuries here. Norilsk's people don't ask for pity, only to be seen as they are, strong, proud, and enduring. Even in the harshest places, humanity's warmth endures. Let's keep seeking stories that challenge and inspire.